Hello, chat. You see the title. You know what's going on today. I got... Damn, quite a lot of songs for you. Specifically Haunting, Fragments of Your Presence, Wings, and Out of Stock. I'm not gonna lie. I'm streaming today mostly to show off the fact that I cut my bangs. I cut my own bangs. And I think it's pretty. So let's see, which one did I say we were gonna start off with? How did I immediately forget? Haunting. It's Haunting. Okay. So Haunting is a track that I made while I was in the United States. A fate that I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. You okay?
Yeah.
Alright. And I made it on my Mac. Where's my Mac? I don't know where my Mac is. I was gonna show off the stick. Oh, it's literally right here. My Mac. With my very subtle stickers. Okay, most of these tracks are frozen because it was made on my Mac. Just so you'll know. Oh god, it's making the whole shit lag. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I cut my bangs myself. So, just gotta wait for all these audio files to load in, I guess. Let me just select this whole shit, like double click on like an audio file and then select this whole shit and then set it to... Okay, I guess I can't do that. That looks a lot better now though. Okay, so this project file is a mess, but it started off with this vocal sample. I think it's... Can I find one that's not reverbed out? I guess it's reverbed out the whole time. Thank you. So that's a sample from Splice, and I heard like in a lot of modern music, like you hear people will take samples and then base their vocal melodies off that, and so that's exactly what I did. I knew the whole time that I wanted like the somewhere in my vocal, so I did that. And then you have this piano, which is really pretty, just like beautiful sample. And then I actually made that into MIDI and put it on this Purity synth. Hi. So yeah, I kind of converted that over, and then the original concept for the song was very different. I mean, like, these are some unused drums. Okay, that's not unused. I don't know why that's there. Where are the unused drums at? I know they're in here somewhere. Unless I deleted them at the last minute, but that would be sad, because it was funny. It's funny how not in the song the deleted drums are. I don't know where it is. Either way, these drums are going to be like all throughout the... Wait, they are all throughout the shit. This is the drumless version for some reason. Oh, wait, no. No, these drums are in it too. Whatever. So I just got confused there. So initially it was built on this stack of a bunch of like synths playing that sort of like chord progression. This is my favorite one. And a sub bass. And then you have, oh, these drums. These are the unused drums.
Oh my god, I wonder how that sounds.
Not great, which is why I didn't use them in the final. Actually, it's not bad. But I pretty quickly scrapped those drums because they just did not fit the vibe I was going for at all. So yeah, actually those would have sounded... It would have originally actually sounded like this. Oopsie, my bad. I forgot that there's a filter on like everything. So let's see. It would have sounded like that, and then that. Or like the beat. And like you can sort of see that that would work. Where's Zola?
Here in the background. I'm just tired.
Yeah, sleepy. Okay, so obviously you have all these layers I've just talked about. What is this? That must be for some MIDI. Now you have these drums I really like. I am not gonna disclose where this drum sample is from. Like that snare. And then it goes into like a more chill version of it. Or like less verbed out. Super intimate drums, because like obviously this song is like I adore my wife type shit. Because I do. I wrote this before, or well, I started making it before we got married and then finished it after we did and put it out after we had the other ceremony. There's an 808 here too. It's subtle compared to my other 808s though. It's just that because I want it to be like, you know, have the bass hit a little. So then it's really just like a mixture of these layers coming in and out, and also the distortion building at the end. So that's actually done by... Oh no! The distortion isn't gonna work because I don't have FreeClip 2 on here, let alone as an audio unit. So I'm gonna demonstrate what I did with a different plugin. So this part was initially like you would have the gain turn up like this. Wait, no, I think the first half was normal in terms of distortion, and then the second half it starts getting distorted. Like, real quick. What level does it get to? 7. So let's get that to 7. And then the clip was also automating down so that way it was getting super distorted, so it sounded like this. Okay, I stand correct. I really need to like fix this. Cause oopsie, didn't realize that this wasn't gonna transfer over. Yeah, it kind of like clips like crazy like that. So something I like, thank you. So it's really just a combination of letting the filter open up, because like all these synths are filtered throughout the entire song, and then they slowly start opening at this point and distorting. Using those in conjunction really portrays like an opening sound, like it's going like whoosh, and then it like gets too open and has to like go whoosh. I don't know, that's the way I see it in my head. So yeah, I really like that. Again, really all that's going on in the drums here is there's 808, and it's still consistently just like those drums. The piano never gets distorted. And that sample just stays persistent. There's these drums at the start, which are similar drums to the ones I used in my EP from 2023. You know what? I get that. I get that. So you also have the metronome, of course, because almost every song on this album has the metronome. That was my producer tag for that album. Y'all want to hear my producer tag for the next album? Zola, should I show them the producer tag for the next album? This is the producer tag for the next album. I've had about 3 producer tags in my life. I've had... And... So yeah, that's that part of Haunting. There's nothing else really other than the vocals to show you, but the vocal... Okay, I was gonna say the vocals aren't complex, but there is quite a lot of layers here. So, I need you all to understand that I was in a completely different setup. I had my microphone and stuff, because I bought my microphone, but it wasn't... Like, I was lending it out and shit, so I had to record this in a completely different room, and completely different acoustic environment to what I was used to. So... I had my Mac, and you can see some of these vocal takes are like clipping. That's the harmony. You can see these ones are pretty much like that's clipping. Those aren't intentional clips. That's literally just a product of the environment that I was in. And also I was kind of like low-key sick when I recorded this too. So the verse is fairly simple. It's just the same melodies that I mean, the same vocals that I've done, vocal preset that I've done for like everything. Except this one is actually originally fine-tuned for Zola, hence why it's labeled KD vocals, because I didn't have my regular vocal preset on my Mac for whatever reason. So...
It's falling into place right before my eyes. I'm flying to the moon, I'm falling out the sky. Yeah, baby, can you believe it? Love of my life, yeah, I'm beaming. Look into your eyes, they're gleaming. Must be glitter and your soul from the way you shine.
You said you don't remember it sounding like that?
Yeah, maybe it's just the. Okay, it's just hearing more of it because no instrumental.
Yeah, probably. And then of course you have like harmony layers, I think. Okay, wait, no, that's my vocal, and then that's that. Okay, never mind. It goes into the chorus. I'm gonna mute the mic because it keeps.
This is what I wanted. Something in my heart said, love it, love it. This is what I wanted. Your words are so haunting, haunting, haunting.
So that I recorded by like being like real close to the mic and going like, this is what I wanted. Something in my heart said, like real quiet like that. Just to give it again more of an intimate feeling, because again this song is just I love my wife. I recorded the vocals for this whole bitch after we got married, so yeah. Let's see. The next vocals, it's the verse 2, so
You try to face me again, monitor all that I said. I wonder if it's the best to really bring it up. You put your heart in a ring, commitment isn't your thing, but you put your trust in me, so I won't give it up. Lost in all the time we've spent, the fragments you're still haven't sent. It's the time you make me feel so alive. This is
yeah, the swell. So there's a lot of like lyrical references to other songs in this track. I'm not gonna break down all of them, but obviously no fragments you're still haven't sent is in reference to like in fragments of your presence when I'm like, you're so heaven sent. And there's this harmony vocal that's entirely fake. I really like it. And then of course, yeah, it all reverb swells into the chorus again. And that's actually pretty much it for the vocals, except for this other fake harmony and these other harmonies. Yeah, I kind of do that with my harmonies. It's just like I kind of freestyle the melodies for it and then put a shitload of autotune on it and pan it either side, whilst having the autotune nowhere near as high on the actual vocal. And then of course this fake harmony plays out throughout the end of the track, and it's just the reverbed out, as well as the original vocal sample. That's it. So that's Haunting. There's some interesting stuff in there, definitely, like the drums that didn't make the final cut, because what the hell? Yeah, so I'm actually not going to save that because I just got that from my Mac, so it is up to date. The next one is the Secrets album version. This one I'm keen for. Did I put this in the title? Oopsie, I did not. I did not put that in the title. Let me put that in the title. Okay, so Secret's album version is heat. It's better than the original, and I will not be taking any debates on that. They're good in their own merits. Secret's original is good in its own merits. I really like it still. But Secret's album version is like a fully realized version of Secret's. You gotta keep in mind, the original Secret's, like, let me pull it up. Like, this version of Secrets, it was cool and all, but it was no, like, you can tell that I was experimenting with the production on it really hard. Also, I was fawning so hard. I was so down horrendous. I was like, I need you, high key. And yeah, I'm gonna be real. People should have caught on from this song. More people should have caught on from this song. I have one friend who I was hanging out with. Like, we would go down to like a 7-Eleven at 3 in the morning. And one friend, one singular person, one night, they were just like, "So you're on Kitty Dog, huh?" I was like, "Shit, what the fuck? How did you pick up on that?" That was actually before I put this song out, which is insane to me. Because how do you guess that? I had not told this person anything. And then also, this song just like is very explicit in who it's about. I mean, come on, the healthy ego line. Come on, guys. I was like, because that's a double entendre line. That's like, my ego is healthy at this current point, but for years it was slumped. But then also, healthy ego, talking about your healthy ego animation, which took 4 years to complete. Healthy ego, 4 years was slumped. That's a motherfucking bar.
This song is so sweet. It's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Or is it written on the walls? I was on my heart on my sleeve, so now I guess I'm pretty sure
I must be out of my head if I'm not thinking of you and I'm sleeping. You gotta keep me in check, 'cause I'm too proud to keep my own secrets. Either way, it's going to be really fun when I inevitably perform this album, and it seems like I'm going to perform the original version of Secrets, and then like before the second chorus it swaps into the album version. That's going to happen. Oh shit, endless smiles on this. And free clip. Let me put a G clip here instead, just so that we don't lose that effect. Why is G clip not in my most used folder? Okay, G clip here instead. Yeah, like an IRL show. I plan on doing that for this album if I can. Okay, so obviously this is, again, something that I made while I was in the United States. So I literally just imported the stem. Okay. Secret stems are not public, I don't think. I don't think I uploaded them anywhere. Let me double check if I did. It would be on my website if I did. I really don't think I uploaded the secret stems. I did not. Yeah. I uploaded Tell Me and Wings, but not Secrets. So I, one of my friends was like, "Yo, Secrets is hard as fuck, send me the stems." So I sent them the stems. And I still had access to that folder on Google Drive or whatever. So I was in the US and I was like, I want to rework Secrets for the album. And I decided to just download those stems and then import them into Ableton, and use specific parts. So these are all the ones that I did use from Secrets, like the original. And then I decided to just remix them that way. So yeah, you have like the Prida snare from the classic like old EDM songs. Like I'm talking Martin Garrix's Animals type shit. Like let me show you. This snare is so insanely popular. Like let me pull it up. Where is it? Where is the snare at? I know it's in here. Like that sort of super like loud snare in the middle of an EDM song from the early 2010s. So I have that in there. And then why am I not hearing anything? Okay, there we go. So obviously the main differences start here. You have the bass, which was sound designed by me. Unfortunately, I can't show you because I used the Mac stuff. And then you have the Purity melody. And then that goes higher pitched. And then there's an amen break, because of course there is. So then from there, there's obviously like a whole bunch of effects from the original song. Like this is in there. There's the guitar from the original song. Vocal effects like... That is not pitched up, by the way. I just hit that. There's the scream. Those are all from the original, that made it into the final harmonies, obviously. The guitars made it, the other guitars made it into the final. You have... I just chopped the shit out of it. And it's layered with like a bunch of basses. So yeah, I really like that. You have this up playing the whole time, pretty much in every chorus. You have this melody come back in. And then second verse, it's an 808 cooker for the bass. You have other stuff come in throughout, like later in the song you have Like, there's a lot of synth. Let me get rid of the basses. Hold up. I added the basses in so you could, or the single bass so you can hear it. But like, listen to how much shit there is going on here. Well, I just got rid of the bass. Why is it still, okay. Not to mention the guitar. And the vocal. Where's the vocal at? Let me find the vocal. You gotta keep me in check. Like the vocal on top of that. Like there's so much going on here. You gotta keep me in check. 'Cause I'm too proud to keep my secrets. It's crazy, it's feeling. Got me thinking about a whole world. Hi, then you have, obviously, like, yeah, the bass is going crazy throughout this whole shit. And it just continues that way. Then the last thing here really is just the drums, which is... couple of clap and hat layers. Kick, snare. And then it's just really simple drum pattern. So yeah, altogether, obviously that ends up. I'll mute the vocals so you all can hear the instrumental, because I really like the instrumental to this. Like, actually, pretty sure even the there's like super cranked distortion on the master as well. Yeah, definitely. Oh, let me play the screaming context. So yeah, this song is like... I made this song in like a day, and Zola can confirm that. We were literally like... We were at your mom's house when I made that. We were at Zola's mom's house when I made that. It was like the day we got there the second time, and I was like, fuck it. I'ma just make this. And I did. Really short amount of time. So what did I say I was gonna do next? Fragments of your presence? Okay, I got you. This one's gonna be relatively quick. I have broken this down on streams before, but not to the degree, like, not recently is what I mean to say, I guess. I love my bangs. I cut them myself. Thank you. Oh god, there's a plugin that won't be able to work in this because I don't have the file anymore. It's Nexus. So there will be a sound that won't load, unfortunately, and a contact that won't load, unfortunately, but everything else should be fine. And I can tell you what those sounds would be anyway. I already know what the Nexus one was. It's really obvious. Let's see. So we got wings and then out of stock. I reckon I can do these pretty quickly. I can smash these out because I kind of made a lot of these songs really quick.
Yeah, you're very efficient with music.
Yeah, thank you. What? What is... What? I have never had this happen before.
But what is fresh air doing?
Please be patient. Fuck you mean please be patient? I'm live streaming. Anyway, y'all heard that new John Bellion? John Bellion dropped a song. I'm gonna play like... Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna play like 3 seconds of it. But it decided to start working, so... Unlucky. Okay, here we go. So... Okay, I know where these missing samples would be, I think. Set folder. Let me see. So I recently did the... Let me see if I can find it. Sorry about the sniffling, my nose is a little bit dead. So yeah, okay, that's just in my music folder. Music. God, that new underscores is so fucking heat. I wonder if she's actually dropped that yet. Like, if it's gonna be a spontaneous drop and it's already out. Who knows? That would be so awesome. Of course, that's not what happened. Hello. Okay, cool. So, this is Fragments of Your Presence. Starts off with... What is this? Okay, so this is what the song actually says. Oh my god, it was gonna have that at the start.
Did you cut it out?
Yeah. 6/8 version of the metronome, even though this song is technically in 4/4.
Did you write it at 6/8?
It's all triplets, but it's written in 4/4. So this is a synth from FL Studio that I wrote the chords for, and it sounds very Porter Robinson, and that was the point. Oh shit, I literally, the next synth that I made for this song was called Sad Machine R Synth, because it's the synth from Sad Machine, because that's an FL Studio stock preset. And then you have, wow, this song does not have much going, I mean, it has a lot going on, but not much going on in the grand scheme of things. You have this riser. Do not ask me what this riser is from, I will not answer that, and if you know, don't snitch. You got this chord stack. I sound designed this myself, I believe. Yeah, I did. And then you have this. I sound designed this myself too. I really just liked that sort of like chord progression, and so it's very, very much all over this track. Oh, thank you. Yeah. This really reverbed up piano. I really like that. And then you have these cinematic drums. Yo. It's real basic. It's really basic. And you have this synth playing throughout, of course. It's all that just stacked. That is what makes that massive sound. It's just stacking a lot of the same chords on different instruments and then having like cinematic toms. It's the same trick that I used in Need to Know Interlude, which I'll be getting to on my next live stream. It's the same sort of like concept. A lot of the concepts in this song are things that I learned whilst making Need to Know Interlude. I'm tempted to go no glasses for this stream, but at the same time I don't want to. So yeah, huge layers. Okay, so in this part you have more instruments. You have whatever the fuck that was meant to be. I think that's just a synth from Contact. I guess we'll find out when this opens. It's a guitar. I did not realize there was a guitar in this song, whatever. And then Omnisphere was meant to be providing a layer as well. But obviously these plugins aren't working properly right now because I don't have the guitar downloaded and I don't have the library for Omnisphere in the right place. Please start responding. Please don't crash. More like Unstapleton, am I right?
Unstable.
Yeah, okay, that's not gonna work anymore, is it? Ah. It crashed. It's fine, it's whatever. I need more of my Monster. My lipstick's gonna come off if I drink this, but whatever. Tastes like pure estradiol. It actually does. It genuinely tastes like really, really strong estrogen. I'm not kidding. As someone who eats that shit like every single day,
That sounds good as fuck.
Sorry this happened, chat. Okay, let's see. So, Fragments of Your Presence. Version 2. Please have my... Yeah, go to save that. That was, again, also meant to be an Omnisphere in this second verse, but it's not going to work, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. It's muted anyway. But you have a piano. And then you have... Did you know that was in this?
Flame, it's untamed, it's insane.
It's really, it's
Like, okay, I can hear it obviously now.
yeah, it's because a bunch of the layers aren't working. The synth, which is actually the synth that I made for the, like that really aggressive synth in Knock Yourself Out. Because I did the cover of Knock Yourself Out by Porter Robinson, and I made this synth for it, and I decided to use it in this. Of course, drums are... This is a really interesting drum choice, especially for like this song, which is... Again, these drums are in 4/4, hence why it sounds like off at some points. But yeah, I did that just because I thought it would be cool. Going into the second chorus, you have... Really simple. Like, it's pretty much just the same layers with different drums, and then this contact isn't loading, unfortunately, so it is just strings though. So yeah. You have this vocal, which is a 6 Impala sample that I chopped up a little bit. Sorry about the sniffling, my nose is a little dead. Yeah, I really like that song. I think it's really pretty, and it's also really quick to cover because it's really not that complex. It's making a lot of small things sound super complex. I mean, the vocals are literally just 2 layers the whole time with a couple of reverb swells. That's it. That is it. Like, it's just my same vocal mix, so that's why I haven't gone over it. But yeah, that's Fragments of Your Presence. What else did I say I was going to cover on this stream? Wings! Shit, which one's the right one? I think it's Yet Another Love Song. This one may break my Ableton a couple times. Wings is the most... I want to say Wings has the most layers out of any song on this whole album. I could be wrong in saying that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. I wrote this relatively early in the album cycle, but also not really. It's like, the album cycle technically started in like 2023. Like, the minute I got out Maybe I Need to Know Myself. Actually, no, it was before I got Maybe I Need to Know Myself out. I had started writing Tell Me. Tell Me was the first track that I ever started writing for this album. And then it was Secrets, and then it was Wings. And then all the others kind of just cascaded from there. That's why those 3 were released as the singles, though. The first 3 singles, because I was... Holy shit, that's a lot of layers. And that's just the vocals. There was a lot, like... I had a lot going on with the stuff I wanted to make. But I wanted to... I was committed to putting out something every month if I could. So that's why I did, like, the covers and stuff, and I did the single releases. Holy fuck. How many layers are in this song? 81.
81 is crazy.
The fact that that's not even like the most layers any song of mine has is genuinely insane. Okay, let's see. So, obviously this song starts off with the drums, so we'll start off with the drums too. Yeah?
That, okay. Whew. Ramen noodles.
Are you hungry?
Nope. I need the bathroom.
Oh, you could have said that.
Sorry. I'll be watching your stream.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me turn off the Pro Q. So, the drums for this song are relatively simple. So it's just this hi-hat. The snare has a bunch of layers that get added to just because I want it to like evolve. And then of course you have like the Prida snare again. It's really simple, and then you get like another hat, and another snare in the chorus. It's got a whole bunch of complex processing on it. Glue compressor, redux to give it a crunchy sound, saturator to distort it, EQ to make sure that it's hitting the right frequencies, another redux to distort it even more, and then some reverb. The main kick of this song is an underscore sample. It's underscores kick back talk. So with the snare, that's, and with the hat, and then there's another hat that comes in like later on. Sorry, that's a clap. I'm stupid. I think that's in the bridge, yeah. And then there's a 909 snare roll that just like real ones know that the 909 snare roll is a classic in transitioning to choruses. It was used in like shit like Sandstorm, and so that's actually that song's actually why I started doing 909 snare rolls as build-ups. So yeah, really not much going on in terms of drums, in terms of complexity. And then you have every layer. So, okay, one of the first things that I did was, I actually have some demos of this in my Discord server. I'll find them for you real quick so you can hear it. Because there's a demo that I made of this song that was like, yeah, here we go.
And I try to prove, but I'm still taking it back to the
That was the second ever demo. This was the first demo. It's just the drums. The second, like, that's just the same audio as the second one, just the guitars only. And then I made a little intro section. Like, you've heard the song, you know what it sounds like. And then just a demo of the whole shit with the vocals.
Got me under your spell. Oh, yeah, you treat me like I'm perfect. I ain't perfect, but I feel perfect. Yeah, and you're stuck in my mind, 'cause I miss you all the time.
Oh, right. This is probably lower pitched than you'll remember. Because I actually pitched this song up in post the same way that I pitched up like half of these songs in post. So, clearly, from the start, I had the guitars and that little melody. Not that one. So the original demo sounded something like... all the song was going to be. Until a little someone called Porter Robinson dropped a little song called Cheerleader, which made me reevaluate the entire harmonic, like, structure, not structure, but like the entire layering of harmonic elements of this song. I added in this. And like a whole bunch of like shit, like this lead layer that sounds like Cheerleader. Some piano. And shit, I even added disco strings at the end of the song. then this counter melody. So this is just a whole bunch of like various chord layers, melodies, piano, strings. Guitar, and look, that's pretty much all there is to this instrumental. That is pretty much it. I'm not even gonna front, like... of guitar here. They all have various different processing on them. Most of it's through guitar rigs, so it's like I can't show you because it's all frozen. I mean, you have effects, and that's about it, really. That is literally it in terms of effects. The rest is just vocals. So, verse 1.
Make me feel good about myself. You got me under your spell. Oh, yeah, you treat me like I'm perfect. I ain't perfect, but I feel
There's a harmony layer.
Make me feel good about myself.
And then, of course, the whispers, which are very much obviously inspired by Secondhand Embarrassment by Underscores, which I will demonstrate now by playing a little bit of Secondhand Embarrassment by Underscores, which I actually performed live, a cover of.
Not gonna say much.
Where is it?
Don't talk if you're not.
Like, that little whisper is the reason I did that in mine, because, you know, where my influences on my sleeve or whatever.
You got me under your spell. Oh, yeah, you treat me like I'm perfect. I ain't perfect, but I feel perfect with you.
Oh yeah, the second layer of verse 1 is it.
And you're stuck in my mind, 'cause I miss you all the time. And I wish I could grow wings so I could see you, hold you, love you IRL.
So the chorus is quite crazy with the layering. I mean, Jesus, look at that. Hello, my love. Oh, gorgeous.
And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback, 'cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go back.
That's the lead vocal of the chorus. Then you have this unison melody, falsetto. And then you have this one.
And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback.
Then you have this one. Oh. Thank you. And then you have these harmonies here.
And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback, 'cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go back.
Then you have this one.
And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback, 'cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go back.
Then you have this one,
And I try,
which is trying to be this one.
but I'm so taken aback, 'cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack.
And here's that other layer on there.
So good for me as my walls begin
Here's the last layer.
to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go
So here is every harmony vocal in the chorus.
And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback. Cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go back.
I don't think anything really changes here.
Cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. So stay next to me, I don't wanna go back.
Okay, so verse 2 is like...
There's not much else I can say.
I'm pretty much just playing this for y'all because I can't break it down, it's all frozen.
We return to a familiar place, even when I got a lot on my plate. You see the vision, you get it. Gave you my heart and I meant it. And it's right with you, it feels so perfect and new. And now I desperately need you. But I feel perfect with you.
And then you have the bridge.
Layers away, I'm screwed. Wish I could fly with you. Restructure me anew. Don't need anything more. Wish you were in my arms. So close, so far. Wish I had wings for you. I'll get there, I promise.
So yeah, that note is way longer than most people would think because it kind of like gets filtered off.
Wish I had wings for you. I'll get there, I promise. And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I always like, you always hear artists doing that thing where it's like extending a word from like a bridge into a chorus, and I was like, now's my time. I really wanted to do that, and it felt appropriate given the like strong emotional love nature of this song. Like, yeah, I did it. I did it, and I love you, and that was my main motivator. Actually, 90% of this album is because I love you. Like, I mean, I'm being so for real. Like, this album is in my Australian accent.
Don't make me cry again. I am, actually.
This album is in my Australian accent because Zola told me that my Australian accent was pretty and I should use it in songs, and made me confident enough to do that. And so I owe this entire album's existence to Zola. And I love you. The fact...
Don't make me cry again. Sorry, I am.
The fact that this like album goes through love, it goes through like blossoming love, and it goes through pain, and it goes through like different experiences, and still at the end comes back to love. Like, this whole album is so symbolic to me. And I also got fucking married in the middle of making it. Like, hello? I couldn't be happier. I couldn't ask for anything more. And I wouldn't marry anyone else ever. Like, if we had never met, I would never have got married. I'm being so serious. Anyway, that was Wings. What was the next one I said? It was Out of Stock. Oh, yeah.
Stuck.
So this one's actually labeled Do What You Gotta. because that was the original name, and obviously the final song is out of stock parentheses do what you gotta, because that first verse is so strong. And I try to breathe, but I'm so taken aback, 'cause I feel so free as you're helping me unpack. It's so good for me as my walls begin to crack. Stay next to me, I don't wanna go back. Okay. Yeah, out of stock, do what you gotta. Started with an underscores guitar loop. That I then chopped up.
I don't think I realized that it was chopped up at this point.
Yeah, I did it on purpose. Very, like, warped and distorted. Sorry about sneezing.
Let's use.
Then you have the drums. These drums are kind of crazy because they like changed the whole song. Like it starts off slow, like, and then I decided, nah, fuck that. I want to go full time here, and so I did. And then it changes into a break loop, and then goes back into the like. And then Dom's verse comes in, and I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll keep it tame here, relatively normal. And then I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck it, let's switch it up again. Don't even get me started on the second chorus. In the middle of it, it goes into like a metal drum loop. And then it has the beat switch. This is an old project file of it, whatever. I think. It would appear that this is an old project file. This is a very old project file. This is not the final, but whatever. It's functionally the same. There's only a couple things different, like this end bit being like completely different and not having like shit in it. But everything up till this point, except for Dom's verse, is the same.
Feeling this,
The old Dom verse is crazy.
feeling this pressure. Got the scar from mindless pleasure. Do I even measure? Ego gone like long lost treasure. Haunted by the face of panic. Roaming round to see the manic. People scream it's inorganic. Embers left, the flame is gone.
Like that's kind of crazy in comparison to like the final version. It's so different. He like
so different. What the hell?
within like literally like 2 weeks before this album was to be uploaded, like when 2 weeks before I uploaded this album to streaming services, he came over and was like, hey, I want to re-record my whole shit. And I was like, okay. I'm down for that. Re-record your whole shit, my boy. And he recorded like so many fucking layers. There's like in the final version of this song, I'll try and find it at some point, but in the final version of this song, there is like, I shit you not, like 17 layers of just this verse. Much like there are a lot of layers of my verse here. You have,
Tell me how to feel and I can't cut you off, cause you're always in my mind. I figured out your spot, yeah. Do what you gotta do, but please keep it to you, cause some of us just wanna make our choices. Looking back and picking up the parts left. Look to the stars and sort out all my unrest. No need for infights and mishaps and falling, but I'm quite alright.
huh?
I never noticed that vocal shot. What the fuck?
Oh, it's in there the whole time. You have the pitched up one, of course.
You tell me how to feel and I can't cut you off, cause you're always in my mind. I figured out your spot, yeah. Do what you gotta do, but please keep it here, cause some of us just wanna make our choices. Looking back and picking up the parts left. Look to the stars and sort out all my unrest. No need for infights and mishaps, I'm falling, but I'm quite alright.
Let me try and actually find the final right now, because this is a little awkward. I don't know where it is, like actual, like slash serious. I have no idea where it is. Let me try to figure it out. I'm pretty sure the actual project file is just called out of stock. Or at least it changed into just out of stock at some point. Let's see, do I have do what you gotta anywhere? Not there. I take it there's a do what you gotta in the other folder. There is in fact not. Where is this project? Oh, it's just in my D drive, isn't it? Yeah, it's just in my D drive for whatever reason. Let me close that. Open the final version so y'all can hear the chorus and shit. You okay? Okay.
Would steal your lipstick.
It's okay. This motherfucker at Walmart.
Walmart.
Thank you there.
Emoji.
Thank you for the bangs and fit compliment. Appreciate it. Okay, here's the actual final version of this project. Since oopsie, I fucked up there somehow. So after the transition, you have no shot this made it into the final. There's no one can ever know what that drum loop is, because that was meant to be used as a reference track and I forgot to mute it in the final version. Holy shit, that's bad. That's bad, because if I double the speed of that, sorry, half the speed of that, I'm gonna mute my mic so I can see it too. It's not in the name of it. I did not mean to leave those drums in the final version. Holy shit.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah. That is not in the final version. So obviously guitar and shit. And then bass. I was like, what if I just... Yeah, so there's these synths in the chorus. And they kind of get more complex. This is out of stock right now. And this is what the final Torralba verse looked like. I told you there was a shitload of layers. Like, why can I not hear the lead? Is it Melodyne?
Please tell me why I feel this way. Sometimes I freeze and don't know what to say. She's just a friend but lost memories. Bring me back to when she set me free. And I don't know what's wrong with me. And I'm so slow to forget her sheets.
This motherfucker was recording for like an hour to get all the right takes.
Oh my god.
There's so many layers. There's like... Why is that not working, Melodyne?
Don't know what to
A
say.
double vocal, and then...
Please say- Sometimes I freeze and don't know what to say. She's
And then... And then you have these two. And then...
Please tell me why I feel this way.
Yeah, so a lot going on there. And then, of course, my chorus is kind of complex. A lot of layers.
I'm way too tired to deal with
this all.
What is going on? It's like I'm living separate lives. How I'm feeling it.
And then there's a bunch of, like, fucking...
It's too sad to deal with.
Oh, by the way. So, but I'm quite alright, right? Most people wouldn't have heard this, but let me solo just the lead vocal and another vocal.
Running for real fights and mishaps, I'm falling, but I'm quite alright.
I'm not kidding. That is the alright from alright. Yeah, and then of course in like the chorus it's just like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that was my reference track. There's the vocal chop things, which I don't even know where those are right now. I think they're here. This is the same vocal chop technique I did for Choker. So yeah, look, that's pretty much it for this song. Oh wait, the bass. How could I forget the bass? The Dylan Brady bass. And then of course, this is initially going to be distorted and shit. But I decided I preferred it sounding more natural. That's how I made Out of Stock with Torralba. Let's see, I can probably cover one more before I want to sleep tonight, because it's 6 in the morning and I just haven't slept. I'll do daggers.
Daggers.
So daggers is an interesting one because I made the instrumental while I was really fucking drunk in like March last year. And I mean really fucking drunk. And the vocals were recorded in like January of this year. So it all started with this pluck. Because I just wanted to make something dark sounding, you know? And then I added a bass to go with it. Together, that's... So I then made these drums. And then it just goes into like... and then I made this super saw. Which eventually gets layered with this sky keys. And then... So yeah, then I'm pretty sure at one point there's like a... Oh my god, how could I forget that? Yeah, so I was kind of like stuck on just like... When it comes to the instrumental, like... this part for a while. I didn't know where to take it after this. And that's where all I had. It took a little while. I even tried experimenting and making my own break here. Yes, this is the origin of the J-Man break.
It is?
Yes. There it is. In all its glory. The J-Man break. I decided not to go with that though, and I went with these drums, which are... These are very similar, the same drum samples to the ones that were in Maybe I Need to Know Myself, that started and ended that EP. That's also layered with... So like, there's also this, yeah, transcated, super saw. So yeah, and that just goes chorus with different drums until I decided I wanted to switch it up, and I bring in this tempo change and different drums, and then I bring in this melody loop. And then I bring in some different drums. These are actually very similar drums to the ones in Haunting. Actually, they are the same drums as Haunting. And then that gets layered with the hi-hat from before. And then it just ends like that. Vocally, a lot of pitching up.
Butterflies around us, I saw yours, so I do mine. I'm smiling, your face was as I said, and you never thought that I'd get it. I never thought I'd be to see you.
How can I return apologies to me, apologies to you? Never quite sitting alone, but it's way too quiet, heads filled with gloom. Sentence me to death and take my hand to your trophy room. Cause I can't know myself, but I know that fate is acting certain.
That's all I'm playing out. It hurt me, it hurt you. Butterflies around us, I saw yours, so I'm doing
Something that you done, I'm happy, and then something that hate me. And then the cycle continues.
It's not a fact that I put out this way. It's not a fact that I live peacefully. It's not a fact to see you happy. It's not a fact.
How can I return apologies to me, apologies to you? Never quite sitting alone, but it's way too quiet, heads filled with gloom. Sentence me to death and take my hand to your trophy room. Cause I can't know myself, but I know that fate is acting certain.
Right, and then after the little break it goes. I'm gonna play the hums at the end as well. Because I'm humming in the background for like the end of this track, and it's barely audible over anything. Same vocal chopping technique is out of stock in Choker, like the exact same. And then that cuts off. That's literally just how the song ends. So that's Daggers, and I think that's how I'm gonna end off this stream because I am tired as fuck. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be doing another one of these presumably tomorrow, where I cover Icarus, Tell Me, Need to Know Interlude, and I'm struggling to remember if there are any other ones that I've missed. But yeah, I will do all the ones that I've missed over the next couple streams, and I will keep these VODs up. I'll just do a little bit of editing in YouTube Studio. For example, I'm going to add a suggestive warning to the start of Choker because I realized that I probably should have had an overlay there, but I digress. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow, and yeah, good night.
Good night, chat.